Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I found this article that I read really interesting, and so I'm going to put the title of it up. I'm going to read a little bit of it. I'll put the link and then I'm going to read the results, okay? And I'm going to make it short and sweet. Okay, so a new series of 9 studies proposes that realness, the propensity to act in accordance with how one feels regardless of consequences, may be a distinct psychological trait. The study was published in the Journal of Research in Personality. Being real means behaving on the outside the way one feels on the inside, without regard for personal or social consequences. It stands in contrast to being fake. And this distinction becomes particularly important in a world, as authors state, awash in fake news where citizens are routinely manipulated by politicians who do not mean what they say, and where social media platforms incentivize virtue signaling and punish straightforwardness. In the studies of individual differences, realness has been linked to psychological health and regarded as a principal outcome of healthy development and effective psychotherapy. Personality researchers distinguish between the true versus false self, considering the former a manifestation of a healthy personality. Realness has its downsides. These downsides are the primary reason why people often censor what they say or how they behave. People often regret having revealed how they truly feel during particularly emotional moments, and social tact often involves holding back in situations when revealing true emotions would be inconsiderate or inappropriate. In the political sphere, realness can sometimes garner support but also sow divisions at a broader level. But is realness something that varies within the same individual over time, or a lasting and stable behavioral tendency? So basically, it was Professor Dr. Christopher J. Hopwood and his colleagues devised and conducted a series of 9 studies that included large samples of undergraduate students, intern workers, and a smaller sample from the general population of Germany. They aim to study various aspects of realness, including its relationship to other psychological traits, such as personality traits, its temporal stability, whether it can be observed, and dietic behavior, and whether it can predict responses of a person in situations that bear potential personal or social costs. So they used a 12-item realness scale. Abbreviation for that is RS. And the results supported the idea that realness could be considered a distinct personal trait, was shown to be related to other personality concepts such as authenticity, likability, agreeableness, but sufficiently different from them. It was a highly stable trait that can be reliably observed in interpersonal behavior. When asked to compare fictional, real, and polite friends that are equally likable, participants rated the real friend as less agreeable than the polite one. Authors conclude that this finding supports our contention that a critical element of being real involves the ability to be disagreeable at times. This study helped define the concept of realness and identify its associations with other more well-studied personality traits. You guys got the gist of it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I do like reviewing studies. I think that they're very interesting. Sample how they got the results. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening, and like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell to be notified. Thank you. I would say that I agree with the study. If you have watched how a lot of influential people have been deplatformed or, blackballed or campaigned against, if you've watched how it affects them financially, then of course you know that you have to be careful about what you say and how you move when something very public happens. A lot of times, since you're putting it out to the world, it's gonna make sense and feel covered when some people listen to it and when other people listen to it, they're going to feel like there's a lot of details missing. Just logically doesn't make any sense. The other part I wanted to talk about was realness, right? And it is a known fact that people do like someone who is polite opposed to someone who is real, because when you're real, you come off a certain way and you're just blunt though. A lot of times people like to hear, okay, so what, say one good thing. I remember I was listening to this, like, I think it was like this podcast or something. I think it was probably like a YouTube channel, and like, you know, some females, and one female was like, I think that we need to, compliment each other as women. And she was like, so let's just all go around and say one good thing about one another. And the problem with that, I mean, it's not a problem. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just if a person doesn't have anything positive at that time to say to another woman that maybe she's had some sort of interaction with, then she shouldn't be forced, because then it's fake. It's not genuine. Of course, if I look at someone long enough, I'm going to be like, oh, well, there was that one time. So it's just, I guess it's good practice, but something like that should be an individual thing that a person works on, because 9 times out of 10, you're doing it to multiple people in your life, opposed to in a group setting, because like I said, it just reinforces the fakeness. So that's my take on the study. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. I did add this second part in. I'm trying to figure out a way to make sure that, like, I'm just hitting my points and that it's a flowing video. Like, if you was to be driving and you put this on in your car,